when we jumped here, we got scattered all over. The unit I was in, the 17 men in my plane, we got together because we were all in one line. But we didn't get with we were with other units. I can't remember what the numbers were, but other regiments and other paratroopers. And when we took over St. Mary of Greece, it wasn't just one unit that did it. There were troopers from all the different units there. And I never had any memories of Normandy as a unit. We did have a B company, and we finally got organized, probably 40 or 50 men, I can't tell you how many. But that's why I went to Holland first. But now I've come here, and people are so great. They really are.
I'd like to ask you one question, and you really don't have to answer this.
Pardon?
I'd like to ask you one question you don't have to answer. But for the paratroopers like me who don't know what it's like to jump into combat, would you like to tell me kind of what it felt like at that moment?
Well, I just went through that deal. I don't know if you know, in the Dead Man's Museum, they have a plane. Mm-hmm. Have you ever?
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
And you go sit in it, and all of a sudden it starts to move, and you look out the windows, and it's just like taking off. It was just like D-Day. I couldn't believe it. And especially Em, my friend, I've told her about when you're flying and the ack-ack hits, you see it out there, and you feel the shock of the plane, but you don't really, unless some of the shrapnel hits you, you don't pay attention, you know. And that's the way it was when right towards the end, and they stop at just the right time. I don't think I could have taken any more of it. It was really neat. But as far as the jumping goes, we're young. We're all in our early 20s. What was I? I was 22 years old when I jumped in Normandy. Well, 21, because my birthday wasn't until the 28th of June. But we were all gung-ho, and we had enough, you know, mental fitness is what we were prepared. And we were all scared. There's no doubt about that. I'm not trying to say I wasn't scared. I was scared every time I jumped. The first jump is the easiest you ever make, because you don't know what's going to happen. You just are nervous about it. But the more you jump, the more you realize what happens in the air and what you're doing, and you're more conscious. A lot of times, the first few jumps you make, from the time you go out the door until you start coming down, you don't remember what's going on. You're supposed to count to 3, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and your chute opens. Hell, who's going to count? You're so excited going out of the plane, you're not going to count it. And I jumped, a little story in Normandy, I jumped the last man in the stick. I was a sergeant at that time, but I was what they call an operations sergeant. I wasn't in charge of troops, of any men. And so they put me on the end of the stick. And when I came out, you have to start on the right-hand side of the plane, work your way up to the front as the troopers go out the door. Then you hook up to the static line. That's what pulls your chute open when you go out. But I made a mistake of making some wisecrack to the pilot. I turned around and looked, and there wasn't a soul left in the plane. I ran down that runway and threw myself out the door. And when you jump out of a plane, you're supposed to put both hands on the door, go out, lead with your right foot, so the prop wash turns you to your left, and you slide down under the tail. Hell, I flew out that door. I was so nervous and wanted to get down. When I got on the ground, I was in a field all by myself because I was so far away from all the other guys.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.